But you have to be able to counteract those conversations and nicely put people in their place. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't one of them now.
Yeah.
You can have that conversation with someone else, but no, you ain't gonna come over here with me. So
Right.
I'm one of those. I'm either going to politely bring you up a little bit to speed, and you're gonna come on my side, or
Right.
I can
We're gonna
nicely
get more.
remove myself from the
Exactly.
environment because
Right.
I have
Right.
to protect this space that I grow
Right.
in, that I live in. You have to protect it by any means. And
Yep.
people that don't understand that concept, they will try their hand.
You got challenges that you're going to run across.
But will they acknowledge what it is the question.
Mhm.
They're definitely going to have their encounters with racism. But the way their minds are, and I guess the way the world is, I don't know if they will see it as maybe they just think the person got an attitude and don't like them. Or will they internalize it and realize like, this is just towards me. And why is it just towards me? That's the difference. But racism, I don't think it's not going anywhere. It's just how we view it, how we deal with it, how we approach it or not approach it is more so the bigger question. Are you going to keep making a fuss about it? Do you try to end it? Do you address it? Do you call it out? Or do you just, be like, well, that's them and their choice to be racist. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
I think that's we're gonna live with it. It's just that, when we see it, we ought to address it and then keep moving from it. So, all right. So Val, let's go to our last topic. This video here is a little bit longer, but I kind of love this video. I've watched it a few times. It's been out for years, but this guy really makes a point with this. And so let's go with that one, Val.
Here's to another shitty day, Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. Future Millionaire.
What is wrong with you? You wake up every single day this negative?
Oh man, what a day today is, huh? Dude, you want a beer?
It's 7 o'clock in the morning.
So what, man? That's the best time of the day to drink. On an empty stomach, it's a lot cheaper. There was a study done once saying it's 50% cheaper to drink in the morning than in the afternoon. I'm just trying to save you some money, man.
Oh yeah? Who did that study?
It was an extensive study done by Playboy magazine.
Great selection of reading material.
It really is. I've learned so much from them. I mean, the content is ridiculous. They teach you different positions, different pickup lines. You should subscribe. It's very good.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Whatever. It's up to you. Loser.
Makes people tick. I want to understand what makes me tick.
Thank you. That is music to my ears.
Wait a minute. Are we really going to listen to this? No Kanye West? We have to sit here and listen to this Tim Robbins guy?
It's Tony Robbins. Tim Robbins is an actor.
Whatever, Tony, Tim, it's the same guy. It's the same dude that gets up and says, personal power, live with passion, get the edge. Have you ever thought about why this guy's so excited? He's excited because people pay $200 to listen to this crap. I'd be excited too.
I find you so entertaining on some of the stuff you say. Pat, you do not have to listen to what he's telling you. Sometimes the life of an entrepreneur is filled with a lot of people that'll tell you things that make no sense. He's definitely one of them. Just ignore him.
Are you kidding me? Do I really have to sit here and listen to your bullshit you keep feeding them? Listen, every single entrepreneur that became wealthy comes from a family that had millions of dollars to back him up. You think he's got money to back him up and go out there and become successful? Stop feeding him this kind of crap, man. He's working way too hard. The guy's working 80 hours a week. He should be staying home and relaxing. That's way too much work for him.
Oh yeah? So what would you rather have him do? Watch TV, watch sports, watch the news, do all that sorts of things?
Yes, of course. That's what normal people do. My gosh.
No, that's what people with no purpose do.
So let me get this straight. Are you trying to say I have no purpose?
You may not have a purpose, but that's not what I'm really saying. What I'm trying to tell you is when people actually get clear about what they want in their lives, the value of time goes higher. You don't value your time. He's trying to value his time.
Look at this guy to my right. Look at the way he's looking at me, like as if he's better than me, driving a red Ferrari. What are you looking at? Who would drive a red Ferrari in the first place? Drive off.
It's actually a pretty nice Ferrari he's got.
You know what we should do? You know the girl we met this past weekend? What was her name? Rachel? Roxy. We should call Roxy right now. That's what we should do.
We don't need to do that, Pat. You got bigger and better things to do right now. Let's just stay focused.
Just stop already, man. Stop. Man, what happened to Pops when he started a business? He failed. What happened to Mom and Dad? They got a divorce. What happened to us? We lived 6 different places. Was it fun? Hell no, it wasn't fun. What happened in high school to you? Did you play baseball? Did you play high school basketball? Did you get picked up for football? Did you date the girl you like? What was your GPA? Who were you in high school? Who were you afterwards? What makes you think you're gonna make it in life? Now you gotta stop selling this stuff to this guy, man. Stop it. It's getting old. Go get that job that you let go of paying you $12 an hour and part-time get a degree. Stop taking these damn risks. We're not meant to do something big with our lives. Simple as that. Are we done? I'm done. I'm good. Okay, good. Pat, I want you to know this voice is never going away. This voice is always going to be there. No matter how much money you're going to make, it's always going to be there. The great thing about it is, though, every morning you wake up, you have a choice on which voice to listen to. But I want you to think about a completely different thing right now. Let's just say you do nothing. Let's just say you buy into your fears. Let's just say you buy into every single thing you're worried about. Let's just say you don't make any decisions to go after your dreams. Fast forward 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now. Let's just say your funeral's around the corner. You have 50 people there, 100 people there, maybe 200 people show up. These are your friends, family, and people that love you. So you'll be loved for 1 generation, remembered for 2 generations, and forgotten after that. Is that truly the life you want to live? Is that really what you want to do? I don't know if that's the life you really want to live. You see, what I've noticed is no matter what you ever do, you'll have a lot of lonely times. You can lie to your family, you can lie to your friends, you can fool the world into realizing that why you didn't win was because of some challenge that you had to face. But there's one person you can never lie to, and that is the man in the mirror. You can never lie to the man in the mirror. Never. For the rest of your life, the man in the mirror is going to look back at you and say, you did not choose to go after your dreams. And you have to be okay with that. Now, what I would like to encourage you to do is to make the right choice. I encourage you to face your fears and pursue your dreams. Go pursue the dreams that matter the most to you. You only got one shot at this thing here. And if it works out, man, it's going to feel so good for you. And if it doesn't, at least you had the courage to make that decision. I hope you make the right choice. I trust you will.
All righty. So, give me your opinion of that. What do you think about it?
That's how those voices sound in your head.
Yeah.
When you do not entertain something positive to drown them out. That's literally it. And it's more negative that will consume you versus thinking positive. But you have to be intentional about the things you listen to, the things you read, the places you go, the conversations you have, because at some point, anything that's around you will become you. It will become a part of you. It will become a part of your thought process. It's important to feed yourself things on a positive note, because more negative can take over without, not even intentional, not to say you're a negative person, but I think it's just how the mind is built to just lean towards the opposite of what's good.
Yep. Yep. That's it, man. It leans toward negativity more than anything. And I was watching a show the other day, and the guy was saying that, is it more important to feed yourself more positive stuff, or is it more important to listen or to stop hearing more negative stuff? And he said, hands down, is stop hearing more negative stuff, because that negativity, man, is out here. That's that villain voice. Like you have, like the guy on the other side was the villain. The guy in the back seat was the good voice. And that villain, like he said to him, he said, that voice ain't gonna never go away. I don't care how much money you make. Every day when you wake up, you got to decide, what are you going to listen to? What are you going to focus on? Because it's going to be there. It's just going to be there. I call it the old man or the old lady, that voice that been with you for a while, that don't want to see you. See, the worst friend is not one of the physical people that you hang around. It's that voice in your head. That's the worst friend, that villain that sits on the other side and says, don't listen to all that. You know what's going to happen. Nobody in our family has ever been successful. Why do you want to step out and stretch like that? That voice is on you every day. So when you wake up, you got to see the future. Like what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. He made one statement that was so powerful. He said, remember the future. Don't remember the past. Remember the future. Remember what you're looking at, everything that you're going for, the success that you're going to have, the vision board, the pictures that you have up, seeing yourself winning. Remember that every single day and have something to shoot for and it's almost like lifting yourself up out of your body like a spirit does and looking down on yourself, but you seeing the future more than the past or even what's going on right now, because what's going on right now could throw us off. Mm-hmm. But it's a battle. Like, I have this conversation all the time. It ain't, the people who succeed and win big, it ain't easy. That's not a cakewalk. They had to see themselves as a winner, even when nobody else around them saw it, even when nobody else believed in them, even when when everybody talked about it. I remember on one of the songs when Jay-Z said, his uncle said, man, you ain't gonna, you foolish to think, now you're a billionaire. But, we're going to hear that because people that we know, most of the people we know has been successful. So a lot of times it's more of, they don't want to see you grow or become successful than they're trying to help you. Now, there's a few that feel like they're helping you. They like, well, I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you strive so hard and you don't get it. It's a few that might believe that. But I think the more people believe that, wait a minute, you come from where I come, and now you're striving, you're trying to have dreams and goals bigger than what I have. And what if you hit it? What if you actually get it? Right. Now I'm gonna look crazy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are doing that. They're holding you back if you hang around, but that villain is really holding you back.
Mm. Yeah, what we listen to, like I said, surround ourselves with, that has to be the focus. Because if you don't focus on the positive things that you are trying to feed yourself, that negativity is going to come and it's going to take over. And it can sometimes almost just make your dreams and the things you've processed as good, the smallest little negative can become so big over your dreams, because it'll make you think like you dream too big, or that isn't possible, or it's going to take too long, or, why do you think you can do that when nobody else did it? Like, right. It can make you feel like, who are you? Right. But that's why you have to continually feed yourself positive. And if you can't give it to yourself, you have to put yourself in places where positive is around. You have to put yourself around people that speak positive. Right. If I'm not having a bad day, I'm not one to harper on it, but I'm definitely not going to talk to somebody else that's having a bad day, because we're going to be
right.
Gathering people together.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna find some music that's gonna encourage me. I'm gonna outside and take a walk. I'll listen to the birds and just thank God that, that I can feel, that I can listen. I find ways to, even if at my most uncomfortable or places where I may not be my most positive self, to just find a way to be thankful. I'm thankful, that makes me encouraged to keep going.
Right.
But the moment that I'm not thankful, I'm now harping on what I don't have, what I can't do, what I didn't do, what I may have missed. And if you start thinking about one thing, it's just going to keep compiling. So you always have to keep yourself entertained by something that's going to level you up and not soothe you where you are.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, you can't stay in a place like that and grow.
Right. When you mention music, I've learned this years back where it's taught that when you have a great day and you feeling really good about yourself and everything is going great, and you put a particular song on while you're listening to it, remember that song. Because from the day when it's going bad, when you put that song on, it's going to take you back to that day that you felt good. It's the same thing, the opposite end. If you're feeling real bad, or, we used to talk about if you lost your girlfriend or boyfriend or something, and then you put on a song, the next time you play that song, you're going to be feeling sad about that situation that happened at the time. It's going to bring you down.
Right.
We used to say that even about our meetings. When we used to do the home meetings, we would say, put light jazz on. Don't put anything but words, because somebody could be sitting there and they hear a song and they start thinking about their old relationship and they get sad and want to leave. So, but it's a good thing with the music, man. If you can, when you having a great time, put a song on and remember that song when the time is not too good, and put it on, and it's going to bring you back to that feeling that you had. I'm a music person. I love it. I love listening to different music. Different type of music. But I also love listening to audios from people like, old school, all the way back to, from Bob Proctor to Les Brown to, and then a lot of new stuff. Everything that's out on YouTube that's positive, that deals with the mental toughness or your mindset. I'm always feeding my mind that and listening to it, because that villain, that voice, and it's a lot of people that you deal with daily that are not thinking the way you're thinking, and this little stuff that they say, and then you got to think about, I think I talked to you one night about, we were talking and I asked you about your top 5 people that you talk to, because that's so important too, because those 5 people that you have a conversation with, you might not have it with them every day, but count what 5 people you talk to the most and see what they're saying and what they're thinking, because that is put on you too. Because sometimes, you ever got off the phone talking to somebody and all of a sudden you feel like, my God, what's come over me? You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, that's doom and gloom just hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where did that come from? So all that stuff is important, especially when you're doing something outside of the box. Because what you're doing, being an insurance agent, that's outside the box. That's not a part of go to school, get a good education, go get a good job, save your money, work a part-time job or something. Anything that deals with sales, anything that deals with commission, that's all outside the box. And most people are trained to go negative on you when you bring that up. And so you have to stay, kind of primed up every single day and watch more than most people of the people you have in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's so important.
Right. Because you have to be able to counteract those conversations and nicely put people in their place. Like, I ain't one of them now.
Yeah.
You can have that conversation with someone else, but no, you ain't gonna come over here with me. So I'm one of those. I'm either going to politely bring you up a little bit to speed, and you're gonna come on my side, or I can nicely remove myself because I have to protect this space that I grow in, that I live in. You have to protect it by any means. And people that don't understand that concept, they will try their hand. And they will, and like I said, it's easy for negative to come in and give you doubt. And when you're in a certain place in your life, you know, any little doubt can turn into big
Oh
doubt.
God, yes.
I
Yeah.
don't want none of it, you know.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
If I smell it, if I breathe it, it's
Yeah.
like, I don't want it.
Yeah, you know, like, and I'm gonna give you one or two times, like you said. But then that third time, that's it. I'm done. I ain't. If I check you a couple of times and you still talking that way, then you in the phone under do not answer. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I got to move on because that's you gonna be who you're gonna be, and that's fine. It's
Yeah.
just that you can't be in this circle. You know.
And conversations like that, they can impact you. Whether you feel like you're just, okay, I'm gonna have this conversation and appease this person for the moment. Like you said, once it's over with, you settle in that conversation. You settle once you're away from different environments, especially when you've given a lot of yourself. Like I do it all the time. Talking to people every day can be draining. So, but at the end of the day, when I sit with myself, I have to ask myself, you know, did I help someone today? You know, I have to give myself the talk to not feel like I've taken in all these problems and health issues and hurt. Did I help someone?
Right.
Did I make someone think differently? How, you know, how did this go? How can I have to give myself the positive light because in this environment, people do come at you with a lot of negativity and they, and you know, and they backstories and life stories. And my grandmama and my daddy and my brother, but you still ain't got nothing. So your grandmama and your daddy, they didn't really help you. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to help. You don't see it, you know.
Yeah. So it's like, but I have to keep myself encouraged. So if I'm ever out in a place and I feel very overwhelmed because I've taken in more negative than positive, I got my gospel playlist that I will go to.
Yeah.
I love all genres of music, but it's something about the inspiration that I get from gospel. Like you can literally find a song that will say the words that you need to say out of your mouth to encourage you. And that gives me hope to say, okay, that was that situation. Let me not take it on to the next one. But I got to feed myself something to bring me back up because what you feed is what will grow. So if I'm going to sit here and harper on this, you know, this sadness and all these questions and debate, that's gonna make me be like, all right, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
I can wrap a day up really quick.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
No, but you can't make no money like that. You can't help. Like my purpose is to help, and if I harper on this, I'm not gonna help nobody. I'm just gonna hurt myself by listening to people that aren't even helping themselves. So so you always have to give yourself something positive. If you can't give it to yourself, find someone or somewhere
something
level you up a little bit.
Yeah,
like go to they say exercise is good for you. It's a stress reliever. It's a good workout. You can release some, you know, stress and get yourself recalibrated. I'm all for it at this point in my life. I'm going to do whatever I need to do because I don't want to give my negative energy to somebody else because somebody else gave it to me.
Right. You want to pass it on.
No. So, but I do have to be intentional about feeding myself things that are positive. That's why I laugh a lot. Probably laugh at stuff I shouldn't be laughing at. But laughter is good.
Yeah, I laugh a lot too. Yeah.
I'm that one person you look over and be like, is she laughing right now? Yep.
No, yeah, I'm laughing. Yeah.
But I may not be laughing at the situation. I'm just making light for myself. So, you know, just you gotta do something to balance yourself out. Or you're gonna be sitting like the guy in the passenger seat, just talking to us and listening to it.
Right.
You can't do that.
You know, I asked you, and we're gonna wrap it up with this. I asked you, give me a couple of topics that we can talk about, and one of them was you said insurance, and then there's one other you brought up, and we're gonna end it with this. I want you to ask me whatever that question was, if you can remember. It was a question about dating, and you said something about relationships, and I said, man, we talk about relationships. You get 1 million people talking about that because everybody has the answer to these relationships. And then you asked me a question, and it was dealing with dating and men. And do you remember that particular question?
Do I remember that question?
Okay, don't give me don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say
think
maybe
about
if I had more time, I
it.
bring.
Yeah, don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Okay,
Just think right now.
Uh-huh.
Relationships and men and women and everything that you see out on social media. What question would you ask me as a male, as a man, that you would like to know the answer? That I'll give you my opinion. Now it's not the answer. It's just my opinion. What question would you have? You know. That you're thinking about, that you would say, man, you know. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.